Hey, I'm Dan Larkin with CannabisIRL.com, cannabis in real life. And along with Jim, we're here in California, Los Angeles, specifically West Hollywood, at the Lowell Cafe. It's a Cannabis Cafe opening very soon. We want to find out a little bit about the concept, take a look around, and we'll even talk with their general manager about what they see as a really unique and exciting business venture. And we've got the pleasure of meeting here Lily Estanislao. Lily, welcome.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Lily's the general manager of Lowell Cafe.
Yes.
And we just want to find out a little bit about how you're feeling right now. You're days away from opening. Is it terrifying, exciting, all of those?
All of those things. I am leaning into the fear. Fear is your compass, so I'm trying to just go with it. The terrifying part is keeping it very, very exciting for us. I mean, all of it is very exciting, to be perfectly honest.
Sure.
We've had a couple dry runs. We had friends and family last night, and it went really, really well. And we kind of got a feel for what it's going to look like, and it's incredibly exciting, emotional as well, just to see it all come together. For sure.
Probably like birthing a baby or something. Anything that's really new and
Yes.
going to impact your life in a big way.
I do for sure feel like Mama Bear here,
Okay.
with the staff and just kind of making sure that our home is looking good and everything's going well and hosting a big party. That's kind of what the feel is like.
Sure.
And it's been tremendous so far.
Well, walk me through a little bit about the thought process that generated this whole concept, if you can.
I think we just want to, Lowell Herb Company has always wanted to break through the stigma of cannabis. It is really for everyone. There are several people who have been incarcerated unfairly because of marijuana, and
Right.
yet it's been legalized here. So we're just trying to create a balance that makes sense for everyone across the board. When we've been asked about what our demographic is, honestly, we're not targeting one specific demographic. It's for anyone
Sure.
and everyone. So we're very excited to see how this plays out and who comes to join us.
Well, yeah, as we know already, that we've read that you're already booked up quite a bit, so there's a lot of interest, obviously.
Yes.
How far out are you booked right now?
We take our reservations 30 days in advance, and as soon as we release the books, they book up within hours. I think the first day that we booked reservations, it was within like 30 minutes. We were completely booked.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What do you think is drawing them here to this particular concept?
I think it's just, there's just so much buzz around, again, the legalization of cannabis and creating an environment that is really communal and accepting and welcoming. I think that is just exciting for everyone. Just to be able to come and consume cannabis over a meal with your friends.
Right.
I mean, it's always been a very communal kind of act among your friends and family. So I think just a space that is able to lend itself to that is very exciting for people. So they just want to see, and there's just so much curiosity. What's it going to look like? What's the music going to be like? What's the feel? What's the vibe? And I think we've created something really beautiful here. It's sort of like an outdoor oasis and an indoor oasis as well. That's really just inviting and accepting for everyone. So
Sure.
yeah, that's what we're going for.
Let's talk a little bit about that outdoor-indoor combo and what people will see when they walk in the doors.
As soon as they walk in, I think they're going to be blown away. I am every day that I come in and I see a little bit more of the progress that's being done as it's being put together. Yeah. It is so beautiful and lush. There's just plant life everywhere, all around. Everywhere you look, there's just like a new little pocket to see. Again, it's so green and just alive. We wanted to keep it as open and airy and as kind of like free-spirited, if you will,
Sure.
as much as we could. And I think that's what you get when you walk in.
I would absolutely agree. We've had a chance to kind of walk around a little bit and get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's packed here in a few days. And it's a beautiful, well-designed, well-laid-out facility, and I think people are going to have fun. I love all the plants here, too. It just gives it a natural kind of organic vibe. And that's playing off a little bit, isn't it? Or I'm sure it's on purpose. You're trying to kind of mirror that Lowell Farms
yes, it's
look and
absolutely
aesthetic.
On Lowell brand, if you will, just sustainable, like farm to table. That's what we're doing with our menu. Everything Lowell is open air grown. It's because it's more sustainable that way.
Sure.
That way, and it's not in a grow house. And we kind of wanted to mirror again that feel as well here in the cafe.
So for somebody walking in, maybe they haven't read a lot about what's going on here. They just know it's a Cannabis Cafe and they want to be here. Let's explain, though, how it's a little different. It's not cannabis-infused food, at least not yet.
Correct. State regulations, anything that is infused has to be lab tested and prepackaged, so we are not infusing our food or drinks. However, we do have some high-end producers that we're working with. So we do have THC-infused beverages that are already prepackaged that will be available. Some edibles that will be available. Not too many edibles,
sure.
but we're going to lean more towards the smoking. We actually have bong rentals as well, which is
cool.
really interesting. We saw a couple of them go out last night, and it was just it was just wild to see somebody, ripping a bong at a table over
new concept,
dinner.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, finally, and I'm not at my own house. What's going on here?
Exactly. I'm like, wait, I'm out in public. This is bananas. Yeah.
Well, I think that's part of that excitement too, is doing something that certainly for baby boomers like myself or seniors who've maybe consumed for decades and could never do it legally, and certainly not in public or at a public venue like this. It's pretty freeing, and I'm sure everyone's going to enjoy that.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Let's talk a little bit about the food. You mentioned that you have Chef Andrea Drummer.
Oh, tremendous! Yes.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about her and what she's got planned.
She is just on the forefront. She's been on the forefront of all of this for quite some time. She's been working with cannabis. She's been doing little pop-up dinners with infused foods, but her main focus here is to pair. So we're trying to pair foods that will kind of go along with the experience.
Okay.
To be honest, I've been kind of looking at the experience as a choose your own adventure.
All right, I like that.
So when guests come in, the flower host will greet and kind of walk them through the cannabis menu.
Okay.
And kind of get a feel for what the guest is looking for. Did you have a rough night at work and you're looking to just kind of, relax and wind down? Or are you looking to kind of get your party started?
Sure.
And then the server will come and speak about the menu and hopefully pair foods that will lend itself to that experience that you were looking to have. It's almost as if, a wine sommelier.
I was just going to say that, yes.
Exactly. That's our main objective here.
Did you ever think you'd be talking about a cannabis host?
Absolutely not. Never. Even when we were doing the hiring, I was like, we're hiring flower hosts. Okay.
Yeah.
And just in terms of having to bridge the gap between, selling cannabis and then food service, how do the two come together? I've been doing hospitality most of my life. So this is a whole new aspect for me to just try to, again, meld the two and try to create service that isn't, too prolonged, but that makes sense, but it's still fun and not at all robotic. We just want to keep it really, really easygoing and fun.
Sure, and everyone's going to learn their way and find out what it is for them and what it isn't in terms of experiences. And,
absolutely.
And after a while, you'll find a certain rhythm, I'm sure, too, of what people are liking or
so.
what they're requesting. Oh,
Exactly.
I'm sure it's going to happen for you.
Yeah.
Tell me about your staff.
Oh my God, they're wonderful. They really, really are. We've purposefully hired people in terms of the service side who've been working in restaurants for quite some time.
Okay.
Truth be told, we had a pretty abbreviated time to train everybody. So it just made sense for people who've been doing it for a while who can hop in.
They've got that shorthand already.
Exactly.
They know what to do.
In terms of service, and with our flower hosts, we wanted people who've who've either worked in dispensaries before, who have experience, who know how to talk about the product, and know how to guide a guest in the right direction, and also with a careful eye.
Right. Yeah, because you want to make sure people are starting low and slow, right? We all talk about that.
Yeah, we are offering dab service as well, so you want to just make sure that you are
familiar with what that's all about.
Familiar with what that is and recommending the proper dose. And we are obviously going to err on the side of caution and just make sure, why don't you, if you're going to smoke, maybe just take a couple hits and then put it down, see how you feel, ease into the experience, before you go all out.
Well, what's been the biggest surprise for you on this journey so far?
I don't think there's anything that hasn't been a surprise. Again, this is my first go at in the cannabis industry and trying to put it together with hospitality. So there hasn't been one part of this that isn't, I've been kind of taking my experience for granted and walked into this like, oh yeah, it's just opening another restaurant. Oh no, not even a little bit. It's completely different. We've just have this whole aspect to plug into it, and it's just changed the game completely.
What would you say is your favorite thing that you've seen or experienced so far?
I think It's really just seeing everyone, the staff coming together. Again, we did a few mock services just to have them experience the food. We had some samples for them to try and just to kind of get a feel for what it might look like during service. And it's very much a communal, again, experience and almost like familial, if you will.
Okay.
And that was really, really lovely to see. And I think that's what we have in store for us. I think people are going to come here and have such a good time and end up walking from table to table and just making new friends. I think it's going to be a really chill but friendly and open. I think it's just going to be a wonderful environment.
I think you're right. Tell people what hours you're going to be open.
Right now we're open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
There is a possibility we'll be open until 2 a.m. It all depends on what the call is, and we're really not going to know until we know, until we are in service and we kind of see, are we going to be more day heavy? Are we going to be more evening heavy? We're not really sure.
How can you know for sure?
I feel
Right.
I feel like it might be an all day thing. So there is right now 10 to 10 with the possibility of being open later and the possibility of being open earlier for breakfast.
And your website?
LowellCafe.com.
LowellCafe.com. Obviously, we're going to have that at CannabisIRL.com for you. Have several links and obviously this video and other great information about the space. Lily, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Bonus question time now for you. What did you want to be when you grew up?
I'm going to tell you, I didn't think I was going to be here.
Well, right. How would you even know that this was going to be here,
I didn't
right?
think this was a thing.
Right.
I wanted to do voiceovers for Disney when I was little.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
I wanted to do like
I'd like to do that too.
voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have one you can break out for us? Do you have a go-to?
I don't think I have one that I can do right now, but maybe a little while.
I like it. But I'm glad you're here instead. So
Yes.
again, thank you for your time.
Thank you very
much. That's going to do it for us right now from the Lowell Cafe. And we'll have more information about them as well at CannabisIRL.com. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel as well. And be sure to touch that little bell button for notifications about our latest videos. I'm Dan Larkin for Cannabis in Real Life.